Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Sorry today's video is a little bit late. I had to wait to have a shower so we could do our patented right after the shower video. But today we are diving into hard mode Ice Golem, stage 10, where as you can see from my best time here, I have improved substantially. My team finally got around to doing it. I was really putting this off for a while, but back on the test server, I came up with this team, which was, 4.5 to 5.5 or 6-ish minutes. This was a really good, solid team, actually, with a lot of pretty much fusions, 4 fusions and a legendary Mithrala, but a bit too slow, honestly, for farming speed, but a successful team that could 100% basically do the boss. Now, we've updated it, we have changed it. Let's dive in. Let me show you let me buy an energy refill. Let's dive in. These are the champions, and there is some flexibility here. There is some, and let me show you the run. So in terms of getting through the waves, what we've got Elva is going to throw out some buffs. We got loads of buffs coming in from Archmage Helmet, and then Seer is going to basically kill them. Now, my Seer is not great. I think, I'll show you the gear at the end. I think she's only rocking about 250% crit damage. So you can see we're slightly low on the damage to perfectly one-shot the waves. If I re-geared Archmage Helmet into a shield set, for example, so everyone had a shield, she would one-shot the waves. It's actually one of the weird things about this boss, I find, is that the waves are actually super squishy. Now, here we go, the start of this fight, and bam! 3 of our champions, they all get killed. They are just there for the waves. Kymar, by the way, was there for the reset. And now Elva and Walking Tomb Drang are going to duo the boss, basically down from 100 to 0. And that's how it works. So Elva is here. She is going to be cleansing off these debuffs because these ads have really dangerous debuffs, block or decrease defense and 100% heal reduction. So, of course, with those things, there's no way you're going to survive. You can see as well, this boss hits so unbelievably hard. I've been trying a few different teams, and that was for the biggest problem I was running into. This boss just absolutely claps. He smacks, and he kills you so badly. But as you can see, we are getting just ridiculous amounts of healing, mostly from Elva, with her A1 pumping out continuous heals, with her passive, and then, of course, Tomb Drang can come in and he can equalize as well. You just see Tomb Drang's health right there. He was almost dead. You can see Elva is almost dead, but she's going to pick herself back up. And the speed aura from Elva, the equalize from Tomb Drang, it all comes together to make a really consistent team. We might even beat our best time here. It's looking pretty good. And the funny thing about this, as you can see, we will maybe kill one of the side ads by the end, maybe 2 of them. But for the most part, honestly, the side ads, they often survive right to the end. We're not really focused on killing them. There we go, best time. 2 minutes and 7 seconds. I actually might have unlimited frames here on PC. I was testing this on my phone earlier. New puppy, if you want to see my new puppy. Introduced her yesterday in the shard pull video for Michinaki, the guaranteed Michinaki event. But she's been keeping us busy, so I've been, on my phone while spending time with her and starting training her and all of that. So, yeah, I haven't been able to come to my PC much, but it's improved the time. So yeah, look, there we are. Let me show you the builds for this team and how it works, okay? How it works. Yeah, let me actually show. Yeah, let me show you the builds first, and then I'll show you the setup for the presets for how it goes. Straight up, let me tell you guys, this is tough, right? In terms of gearing, this is really tough. The boss hits very, very hard. So surviving, it's not easy. You are going to need good gear. Also, bear in mind, I've got Elva 2-star Awakened. That actually makes a pretty big difference. The stats you get from Awakening are going to help. HP or defense would be the best ones. But really, you get damage reduction. That's the big thing against hard mode bosses. For every star of Awakening, and it scales up, you take less and less damage from the boss. That makes a huge difference. My Tomb Drang, for example, is not awakened. And I actually, believe it or not, because of this and preparing for higher difficulties, I actually have Tomb Drang in as one of my wish-listed champions, just because even getting a 1-star Awakening for him in the shop when it comes back around, it could actually make a really big difference to him surviving. Certainly a 2-star Awakening is really going to help you on both Elva and Tomb Drang. Now, Elva, with her gear, she is actually built in full 6-piece of stone skin. The really nice thing about this is that this is the Elva I use for Nightmare Hydra. This is the Elva I also use a lot in the arena. And Stone Skin really helps her in the arena. That that 50% chance to be protected from debuffs and buff strips really enables her to work as that cleanser in the arena, as that reviver in the arena. So that's something I really like about this particular team. You could, if you wanted to make this safer and better, you could switch your Elva into Stalwart. You could put her in Defiant gear. Frenzy set, I actually think could be extremely good. So there's a lot of sets that you could run on her to make her better for this. But the great thing is it lets her ignore that first hit, which is very safe. And then Tomb Drang equalizes, right? After the first hit from the Ice Golem that kills everyone, Tomb Drang equalizes HP. So it brings him up to full to match her. And it makes her still work in arena. Now, what sort of stats we need on her? And by the way, in terms of gear, you can see I've re-geared her a little bit. My ring and my banner are not fully rolled up. So this will give me actually some extra stats, right? This ring is going to give more HP. This banner is going to give more HP. And then depending how it rolls, it's going to help. With Elva, we want lots of HP. We want lots of defense. And we want lots of speed. I also do have her built with 500 resistance. This is for Hydra, for Nightmare Hydra in particular, which just means that she can never get basically any debuffs. Well, I mean, there's always a 3% chance, right? But she can effectively mischief tank even a little bit sometimes in Nightmare Hydra, which is kind of useful. So I have her built with 500 and it's pretty useful for arena as well. But you don't need this for the Ice Golem because she's going to be cleansing those debuffs off anyway. So you could ditch this resistance, you could ditch the Stone Skin to try get her speed, her health, her defense higher. Preferably you'd want her HP and her defense even higher than this, but this is what I've got so far. Faction Guardians and stuff will help as well. But yeah, so there you go. That's what you're doing with her. The speed really matters. Now for her masteries, I have her built like this. So again, with resistance, what you could do, Timely Intervention is going to give her more turn meter, more speed, which is going to help. But with her masteries, going like so. One thing actually that you maybe could change would be going for improved parry, which is going to be better for arena. In fact, maybe I will switch her into that, but improved parry would be better to survive the crits on Ice Golem. And it's better for arena too. I was really, when I first got her, building her for Hydra, which is why I went for Blast Proof, which is that more consistent damage reduction, though she never dies in Hydra anyway. But we're going through, I'd say the important things to grab. Delay Death is really good. Retribution is really good. Yeah, then you definitely want Lasting Gifts. You definitely want Spirit Haste for more speed for your dead allies. But you could definitely switch it up. You could grab her Cycle of Revenge if you wanted. Actually, probably not. I'd be grabbing probably Retribution before Cycle of Revenge. So ignore Cycle of Revenge. You want these 3 specific tier 5 masteries. But you could get her Elixir of Life, or you could get her Timely Intervention instead if you wished. Apart from that, it's pretty straightforward. Turn meter when her buffs expire, and so on. Okay, cool. So that's Elva. Walking Tomb Drang is the other one that needs a lot of gear. And now this is the spicy one, right? So Bulwark. This makes Ice Golem arguably harder. It makes it difficult to survive the first hit because those 3 champions that die, that damage is going into Tomb Drang. It's kind of a sneaky thing with my team, actually, is that because Elva is in Stone Skin, at least, there's not much damage. I don't think it redirects the damage. Maybe it does, but I think it'd be fairly small amount of damage to Tomb Drang. But maybe if she wasn't in Stone Skin, this would actually kill him. So that's something to watch out for, especially because he doesn't have any awakenings yet. But yeah, so if you wanted, you could totally ditch Bulwark. You could grab Unshakable if you wanted. You could grab Elixir of Life for more HP. You could grab Oppressor for more speed. Those are all really good options. You can see with Tomb Drang, again, it's fairly specific. Blast Proof, I don't know about this one either. You might be better off going for improved parry just to reduce the crit damage. I'm not sure. Someone who's smart, you guys work it out. If one of you guys knows, let me know just your thoughts on it. Would you go improved parry or Blast Proof? My inclination is that probably improved parry is better. It's because when the boss gets a crit a couple of times in a row, that's when you're in danger. Obviously, same Resurgent all the way down. Retribution. Big things for him. We're going to be getting him just more health over here. Remember, he does not need accuracy. We'll get him a chance for his cooldowns. We'll get him Lore of Steel. And we definitely want Master Hexer. Extend the burns, or a chance to. And then we want more speed for dead allies. And with Tomb Drang, his build, we want lots of speed as well. Lots of HP. Good chunk of defense. I was building him with some resistance, but that's really not necessary again here. So you could ditch this resistance. I was trying some stuff with Oella. some, there's hints of some potential future upcoming videos here. I was trying some resistance builds with him, but he doesn't need this resistance. So you could ditch this. Really want a lot of HP to make sure he lives in defense. Just lots of effective health, basically, so that he won't get beaten up. Because you could see how much their health bars yo-yo. You really need a lot of defensive stats, and the speed is super important. Why am I running Bulwark? And what is nice about this build, regen is, by the way, essential here. I'm pretty sure it's essential. Well, let me tell you, the reason is this is a walking Tomb Drang that will work really well for stage 25 of Sand Devil, right? So Sand Devil's Necropolis, okay? You can come in here and you can use this team, Godseeker plus Tomb Drang, walking Tomb Drang. The Bulwark will help her survive. Funny enough, for this run right here, Guardian set is a lot better. I did try that with walking Tomb Drang for the Ice Golem run, and he just dies, right? With Guardian set, he's almost definitely going to die. Maybe if I had a bunch of Awakenings, we could get away with that. But as it is right now, Guardian set with Bulwark makes it easier to keep Godseeker alive because it's very stat intensive, stage 25. But yeah, so that's the nice thing about this, is we haven't needed to change our build. It's the same Tomb Drang build. So there you go. Seer, like I said, this is one of the world's worst Seers, 245% crit damage, and she is still killing those waves. She is in Savage. But really, I think, with being able to ascend your gear and get crit damage on the gloves, you should easily be able to do this. These are her masteries. She does have Helm Smasher. But as you saw, she's very easily able to clear through these waves. Why have the others disappeared? My epics. I don't know why, but they have. Are they in the vault? Maybe. Yeah, okay, they're in the vault. Here we go. Out of the vault, you jokers. We need you here. So yeah, that is Seer. Archmage Helmet, he's in like the same gear I've nearly always been running him in. You pop him into a shield set, and it's going to be even more consistent. And the reason he's there really is just to give a whole bunch of buffs to boost up Seer's damage. So he's very replaceable, actually. If you have a crazy Seer, like I've seen people with 300,000 plus crit damage on their Seer. If you've got that kind of Seer, then you could get rid of Helmet. But as you see, with, I would say, 240 to 250% crit damage, Archmage Helmet, with his buffs, you're going to be basically one-shotting the waves in Ice Golem 10. Pretty much, or close enough. If you give him a shield set, you definitely will. And hey, if you're lower damage on your Seer, if your damage is worse than mine, great news is Archmage comes with a pretty good AoE stun as well. So even if you don't kill the waves in one shot, he's going to lock them down and get you through the waves pretty darn safely. So that works super great. Kymar is in just to reset on wave 2. The great thing about this team, you absolutely can use Renegade. Yeah, you can use Renegade, who again, you could put in a shield set for Renegade very easily, in fact. The reason being that, well, Renegade doesn't fully reset your skills, but because Archmage Helmet can AoE stun the wave anyway, you should still be fine for wave 2, right? He can buff up, he'll AoE stun, it's highly unlikely the wave will kill you, and then Seer can take the extra turn that she needs with the Renegade team in there to get to her Karma Burn. So that's a really nice combo about this team. The Kymar is just easy. You could also use Yumiko. It's up to you, whatever you want. But yeah, I think it does work with Renegade. So there you go. Like I said, with this team, it's, for me so far, it has been a very consistent 2 to 2.5 minute run. Very safe, but you need extremely good gear. I don't think this team is going to be 100%. I think no matter what you do with this team, it is going to be possible, with just bad luck, that a HP burn ticks, it leaves the boss like 10 damage off of his, minion revive breakpoint, and then neither of these champions are hitting hard, but they might hit just hard enough to trigger retaliation hit. So there's probably like a 1 or maybe 2% chance to fail just because you trigger a boss retaliation out of bad luck. And I don't really know how you avoid that, to be honest. I'm really not sure how you avoid it. But yeah, it's a good safe team. I'll show you the presets for this team. It's down here. Here we go. So Elva, you could set to priority 1, Nature's Path on wave 1. On wave 2, we're not going to use this because we're going to open with it over here against the boss. So this is it. For the boss, we are going to turn off her revive because we want to be getting out more of these continuous heals, is what's going on. Tomb Drang, he is going to, I guess, priority 1 with Exalted Pyre on the first wave, turn off his moves on wave 2, And then on wave 3, he is going to open with Exalted Pyre, and then he's going to follow up with the Death's Balance to equalize. Archmage Helmet, opening with the buffs. With Prince Kaimar, we're just going to, just use Seal of Magic on wave 2. And then Seer is Karma Burn on wave 1 and 2, and just turn it off on the boss. But yeah, that's how it works. Plain and simple, very straightforward. Yeah, guys, look, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this is helpful for you. It took me a while to work out exactly a team with Walking Tomb Drang that would work and that would be effective. So there you can see, like, we're slightly short on the damage. Shield set really fixes that right up. We reset on wave 2. We go in again. I think the one place where we can die, and here we go, you can see this is where the helmet comes in pretty clutch. Look at that, beautiful, locks them down. Helmet, doing a good job. It's irrelevant if we gave him a shield set, but hey, still we go. So this is the one place we might die. You can wipe, is Tomb Drang can maybe die there if he gets crit, okay? That's the one place that we might die. Because of Bulwark on Tomb Drang, he might die. I was actually running the Selfless Defender, whatever it is, you know, the one that redirects 20% damage initially, and that super killed him. But yeah, as you can see, you need a lot of speed on these champions. Again, like a crit, maybe at the wrong time right there. Maybe that could have killed Tomb Drang as well. But you need lots of speed. You need to be going faster, especially on Elva. The more speed on her, the better. With Tomb Drang, it's not so important because you can't have him go faster than Godseeker. You know, about 270 is sort of the max for Tomb Drang. You don't want him to be faster than Godseeker if you are going to run him in Sand Devil. You want him to be slower than Godseeker by like a speed or something, at least. But Elva you can run as fast as you want, and I think the faster Elva is, the better. She's going to heal up way more. She's going to be even more consistent. Oh, look at that. Okay, we got to fail. Damn. Well, damn. Okay, let's run it again. Actually, that was interesting to see the failure. We actually failed, which it can definitely happen with this. Unfortunately, like I've watched it back, and I don't see that there's any way that you avoid it. Unfortunately, it's just a difficulty with this team. There is going to be a chance of failure, maybe even as high as 5%. Honestly, where just hitting the boss. You will eventually, with bad luck, he's going to be at just the right amount of HP to trigger retaliation. And I don't really see a way around it, to be honest. I don't really see how to stop that. If you guys can think of something, let me know. The best thing that I could think of would be maybe... My only idea so far is to bring in... what's her name? Mother Cybele, perhaps. We could perhaps bring in a really tanky Mother Cybele instead of Helmet, who could put out buffs to still help Seer through the waves. More importantly, she'd be putting up Revive on Death so that, that gives you, again, another chance to live, that you trigger the retaliation. Let's see if it happens this time. You trigger retaliation and Revive on Death picks you back up. That could maybe work, and she's got a really good speed aura as well. The main issue I see with it is that you still wouldn't have it up all the time, and it might slow you down as well. And of course, you need to make sure not to have her with War Master. You cannot run War Master with this, because War Master makes it very likely, of course, to trigger the boss's retaliation, which is bad news. Very bad news. Here we go. I think we're about to get past. It's a bit of a pity you can't see it on the bars. But I think we've got past this time. But it would probably be slower. I don't know. It's one of those things, right? I can build a 100% team that takes 5 minutes. That's really too slow to farm this. We've got this team, which can farm it in a really good time, and it mostly works, but it's not 100% consistent. Like, it just seems inevitable that you have the chance. You can trigger retaliation just with bad luck and go. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. I mean, do you have any smart ideas? What teams are you running? Do you have any 3-champ combos? Like I said, this one I think is really nice because it uses just generally useful builds. Like, you don't have to do any super crazy re-gearing, and it mostly works at a pretty good time, but not quite 100%. Interesting nonetheless, though. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see where Ice Golem goes. Certainly, obviously, the live arena is going to help with those extra stats. That extra speed in particular is going to be a big deal. Probably crank up the speed and HP for Ice Golem will help a bunch, but and might be worth doing. We'll see. But guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.